Let's do it.
Good morning, everybody. It's me, San Martin, and Eric Knight of the Prescott Times, and we got the morning show ready for you. But you want to stay here for the whole thing because we got a lot to talk about, and I also have a special guest after the morning show. So if you guys want to go ahead and be a part of this, stay tuned because I got to do this. Boom.
Welcome to the 863 Morning Show with your hosts, San Martin Rodriguez and Eric Knight.
There he is. Wow. Good morning.
What's happening? I feel like I'm so far away from you, man. What's up, dude?
It's Motivation Monday, and man, there's a lot to be motivated about. But you ready for what the day it is?
Let's do it.
All right, it's clean out your refrigerator day. When is the last time you cleaned out your refrigerator?
Yesterday.
Okay, all right, that's not what I was expecting. Good for you.
I usually do it on Sunday because trash day is on Monday, and obviously if you take out anything on the rest of the week, because sometimes we like to do that in general. So whatever you do, don't dispose of any of your meats in the beginning of the week, or if it takes all week to go ahead and do its thing. Or as far as
you do it every single week.
Well, yes.
Wow.
Because we end up buying food and we never get to the food, so it just starts getting bad. And I'm like, crap, man! Once again, here we go with freaking food problems.
All right. Well,
anyway,
Tommy.
Good morning, Logan.
Anybody else who doesn't do it every week, today is that day.
Today is that day. So go out there and clean your food.
Maybe it's once a year.
That's crazy. Yeah, no, we just like over here at the executive offices, man. Every Friday is clean out day for that refrigerator. Can't get it stacking up out there. So it actually works out. So it works for the smell of things. Because I tell you what, man, you want to go into your refrigerator and it's like been sitting there for a minute. It's harsh, man.
Right. All right. So there we go. We got Tammy and Logan who already checked in today. Good morning.
Yep. And this is the best part about today is that we have a huge week of events this week, and it's just going to be a very, very big end of year for the Prescott Times alone, but at the same time for everybody, Eric. I mean, this is going to be insane because we are 100% gearing up for one of the biggest end of year events / end of year as far as the Prescott Times media has gone. I mean, this is going to be big, man. And I think that we personally would like to go ahead and talk about all the new things and all the big things that are happening next year at our New Year's Eve party. And you guys are invited, but it does cost to get in. So you can't come in unless you paid or unless you've been invited by the host.
All right. You're talking about New Year's already. You're blowing my mind here. Let's talk about last week first.
What happened last week, man?
Your comedy show. How was it?
Oh, oh man! Just like always, it's the best ambiance. It's the best to go ahead and see people that want to, come together and hang out just to have a laughing moment because it was funny, man. It was good. Everybody was on par. Everybody was in tune with what was actually going on. And to be in all honesty, was it a Thursday night? It was a Thursday night, and it was awesome.
And I saw you posted some of the video up.
Yeah, we had an Australian guy, and you couldn't really listen or hear him unless you were there because he, obviously had a very, very strong accent, and it was funny. It was insanely funny. I was like, this is crazy, but that's what it comes down to is that I have so many cool things that are happening. We just started the first ever in Prescott, Arizona, Speakeasy Comedy. So it's going to be hosted at the the Point of downtown Prescott, Arizona. And once again, you can't get in unless you know the secret knock. And the only way that you can go ahead and do that is to buy tickets over at the Prescott Times.
I thought it was sold
out. No, not the Speakeasy. Speakeasy is not sold out.
Okay.
We ended up opening up a few more chairs, so it opened up a good amount of seats there.
Okay.
So we are definitely close. But in the first week, it went viral. As far as like the first ever down there at the Point. So we're kind of very excited about that. Well, no, we are very excited about it. And it's going to be like a triple threat this end of year, because not only in November, we've just had the best comedy show ever, but we also have Thanksgiving, but we are also helping out with the Festival of Trees. And the Festival of Trees starts tomorrow. Tomorrow, actually, I'm going to be doing a live interview right there on next to Sam Hill's warehouse, right there on the Black Bridge.
Okay.
And so
I saw pictures going up. They're in there decorating it right now.
Yeah, they have a full-on like team just taking care of it. I can't believe they rented it out for a whole week. That's insane.
Yeah.
Good morning, Marissa. Good morning, Maria. Good morning, Larry. Good morning, Tomas.
It's
How you
carpet
doing?
care there. Look at that. Yeah. So anyway, that's gonna be great. What day? When is the big mingler?
The big mingler is actually on Wednesday.
Wednesday
night of this week. We are coming together to basically, check out the trees and get our first bids on the trees that are decorated, because that's the whole point, is that you bid on the tree. If you win the tree, it gets delivered to your house for the holidays, and then you're able to have that tree that's fully decorated for your liking.
So wait, are they real trees or are they fake trees?
They look very fake.
Okay. All right.
Very fake. But you get your choice between 5 foot, 7 foot, 10 foot. And I think it goes all the way up to 11 foot.
And I think people can buy these for their businesses too, to put them up in their shops.
Yes, exactly. Yes. And the money goes to a very great cause for Prescott area shelter service here locally at Prescott. Oh, gosh. What the heck? I just got tired because of all this stuff.
I'm seeing them put all that stuff together, and that's great. And then I also saw that the last mixer of the year just got announced.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we teamed up with a bunch of local businesses, and also one of the most pristine local spots to have any kind of events whatsoever is Grand Highlands Hotel, under new ownership too by some of your friends, Eric, the Medinas. And
yes.
They showed up to the comedy show last week. I was really surprised to see them, but they were like, wow, we needed to get out and start doing our thing. So it was awesome to go ahead and see them a part of it. I invited them to the Speakeasy night. So we got a table there at the Speakeasy. So hopefully you're able to join us, Eric, because there's two seats for you guys.
We will be there. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So just to go over a few of the mainer. I got
real quick preference is normally you point everybody to the Prescott Times website, but it's having some struggles this morning, so don't go there. Check the Facebook page.
Don't go there. Don't go there right now. Something's definitely going on, and I have no clue what's going on.
So anyway, check the Facebook page or watch the morning show. Right.
Yes. So we have a few things that are going on right now. Festival of Trees is coming up really, really close, and then also the 39th annual Christmas parade is showing up into our
events.
What do you call it? Our forecast. It's going to be there. And it's going to happen.
Well, and there's the light parade. We had the Veterans Day parade last week, the same day as the comedy show. So now it's all, I think the Veterans Day parade is like the last non-Christmassy thing. Now it's like Christmas is on the Prescott Horizon radar.
Yes, and it's a big deal because I don't know if you guys saw that. That was a news release from I forgot what website it was, but they were talking about how Prescott is the Christmas city of Arizona. So it's actually been announced. It's actually been, put out there, and we're still on top, everybody. So in order for you guys to be a part of that, all you guys do is just show up. But at the same time, if you guys want to stay in town for all these events, you probably should have booked a long time ago because that place gets packed. All the hotels get booked out, and it's a lot of fun. And we also announced the New Year's Eve party. So I think, did I already say that? New Year's
You did say that. Well, and I like how Maria's saying the jingle mingle. We already talked about that, Maria. Our team named it Mingler.
Yeah, Jingle Mingler.
He's calling it Jingle Mingler.
Yeah, she actually had a funny name for it the other day, and I was like, "That's funny." I what she called it. Anyways,
this is like the first Christmas event. This is crazy.
Yeah, and it's going to get even better. So if you guys have any parties that you guys want to go ahead and release here on the Prescott Times, let us know because we do have a very a very huge following because I don't know how we ended up doing that, but we did it. You can go to theprescotttimes.com to go ahead and also find out the information as soon as it's up. Right now, we got a 404 error.
Right.
Let's go. I have no clue. I don't know what goes on in these people's lives, but we're getting a call in. And you know what's happening today, Eric? I think we just figured it out. Instead of going and bringing a guest in on our time, because what I've realized is that people really like us squirreling a lot. And so every time I bring a guest in, it doesn't kill it. It's just more or less like oh, what is this? We actually want to talk about some of the cool things that are happening in Prescott. So we're going to keep the morning show, and just it's going to be me and Eric bouncing off our things. If Eric's not here, we will try to pull in a special guest just because it's really hard to talk to yourself. Well, I mean, obviously we have you guys out there.
I have seen you talk to yourself.
Yes, and I do a really good job at it. But at the same time, we will keep the morning show, our 30 minutes of love to you guys, the community, to chat with you guys and also talk about all the big things that are happening. But immediately after the show, like today, we are going to bring in Stanley Pawchuk. He's the owner of the USA Real Estate and Property Management. He's been here in Prescott for like 40 plus years, selling homes, businesses, and anything in between. But the biggest thing about this guy is that he actually wants to help out renters get into the forever home, because as of right now, as everybody sees, there's a lot of crazy things going on in the real estate world, and making it easier for you guys to live and have a nice, humble life. He wants to go ahead and teach you guys how to do that. So I kind of like that.
And so to note, you mentioned forecast. I haven't seen anything from Kevin lately, but it sounds like it's more boring weather, except the National Weather Service put out that we are 6 degrees above average. So in the 70s instead of the 60s this time of year, which is weird, but it's really warm and boring.
You know what's kind of funny is I actually watched a freak out with one of a weatherman for another weather or a news agency, and he starts freaking out. He goes, you guys always put me out here whenever there's some crazy story like snow, like huge wind, but you guys never put me out there when it's really nice next to a pool drinking a margarita or something. You always put me out there during the worst times of the seasons. Why is that? How do I? Oh, he just went off, and I was like, that is so funny, because one of the funny things about it is that when it's nice and chill outside, nobody really cares.
They're like, what weatherman? What was a forecast? Why do we need to worry about that? But then when the storm comes, it's like, why were you wrong?
Yeah. So that was kind of funny. He had a freak out. He's like, it was funny. It was like it started the first snow or something like that, and he was just like, I don't understand why you guys want me to out here. This is
love for the weatherman.
He's like, I could have taken a video outside and talked while I was in the comforts of the studio, man.
So
I gotta love that.
Right. Well, so when the website comes back up, you could see some of the pictures. Maria's talking about her trip to the Grand Canyon Caverns, which San Martin, if you have never gone, it is so cool. It's like a constant 65 degrees down there. The air has the same humidity all the time. They take you down in this elevator, which has the world's largest fire escape around it. It is a really, really cool place. It's kind of creepy at the same time. So I love seeing those pictures from Maria.
Yeah. She's like the traveling journalist for the Prescott Times.
Yes.
I live vicariously through Maria.
You can actually, there's an Airbnb or hotel room in the bottom of there. You can actually stay the night down there.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Dude, that's crazy. How deep is it? Do we know?
I bet you Maria knows off the top of her head. I know it's pretty deep, and the reason it got its name from the Grand Canyon Caverns is they first of all they used to call it like dope on a rope, and they would lower you down in the caverns in the 20s on a rope, and to look around, and then they would pull you back up on a rope. Obviously, that's not the case anymore, but yeah, they did smoke, like colored smoke, in the caverns once, and there's hundreds of miles of caverns down there, and it actually came out of the Grand Canyon.
Wow, that's insane. Yeah. The Grand Canyon is definitely one of the most wow moments. Like, geez, dude, to have so many years of it being carved, and it's still getting carved today, through the little river, the little river that we got going through there, which is also known as the Colorado River.
Exactly. There you go. Maria says $800 a night for the hotel room.
Unless you know somebody.
even if you know somebody. But at the same time, I know that's really expensive, but this is like a one-time experience. And then I think about there's that resort that opened over by Lake Pleasant in Yavapai County, the one that JFK went to and everything. They want like $2,200 a night for a casita to go to that thing. So I mean, everything's relative.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
I like traveling around Arizona. I told Ceci the other day because we're trying to figure out a great balance of work and pleasure. I always tell her, I was like, one day I just want to do nothing. I don't want to think. I don't want to hang out. I don't want to do nothing. And so I said, but we can do.
That's the day you start dying.
That's the day I revive my soul and mind.
Nope. The day you decide that you're going to no longer do anything is the day you start to die.
No.
Yep.
It rejuvenates me. I got so much energy this morning or every day. Everybody's like, wow, you got, like this morning I was saying good morning to one of the tenants here. And you're like, wow, you're very peppy in the morning. I'm like, yeah. And not to mention, we go out all week long and interviewing people, messaging, talking, and entertaining. I mean, it's a lot of work.
It's the coffee, right?
Yep.
Or is it because you clean out?
I don't know why Ceci's saying yes, Eric. Or what is this? Like a team effort now?
It is. I'm so glad she's watching. Maria said that $800 a night's for 6 people. So that's not horrible.
No, that's actually really affordable, to be honest.
You guys should do it.
Yeah, well, I think we were trying to one day, but we ended up over at the Arizona, which it was kind of crazy because one of the videos that I posted reached over 350,000 people in 1 month. So I was like, all right, a little viral. I like that. I ended up coming out on, what would you say, with like 1,000 new followers just in that time period. It was kind of fun to go ahead and see all that. I don't know what I did with it. Where is it at?
I don't know.
Anyways.
All right. So what other things you got coming up this week? Obviously, tomorrow.
It's all about the Festival of the Trees this week, my friend.
Okay. Everything's about the Festival of the Trees.
So this is a big deal. I don't know if you guys know it, but we actually were asked to go ahead and be a part of the Festival of Trees. And that's the reason why I've been talking about it all the time. And it's a big deal because, it's the first time that this company and agency is using us. And so we want to make sure that we make it go viral. And so far, so good. We've had so many new businesses buying the trees in order for them to go ahead and display those trees, to go ahead and sell those trees. So now we need the buyers for the trees. So this is where we all come in as a collective community advocate to say, hey, everybody, these trees are for sale and we want them to be auctioned off to a good company, good local resident, or anybody that wants to buy them in general. Or if you want to buy it for somebody else,
how many trees there are?
You know what? If I'm not mistaken, we ended up, there was like 12, 13, 14, 15, maybe even 20 trees that were purchased.
That's it. They're gonna go fast. I mean, there's so many businesses that need those trees.
Yeah, there is, and I'm like one of those moments where I'm just like, you know what, we can do this. We could go ahead and conscientiously help out the local community in a very big way. I mean, it's like, if you guys don't know what this nonprofit organization is all about, this is exactly what they do. They help people that are in transition, because sometimes, we get into a rough life. We get into a position where we can't do things. And so this actually does help out with some of those things. So I'm really, really happy to be behind it.
It is. Okay. So
how much is the starting price? I don't know, Tomas, but you guys can go ahead and join the Jingle Mingler on Wednesday to go ahead and put your first bids in.
It's a bidding thing.
I think so. The Wednesday night is a bidding thing.
Oh, watch out! TC Carpet Care is dangerous at those bidding things.
Yeah, and like Maria says, we have Elsa and Santa coming to this event, so you guys do not want to miss this, especially with the children. And Wednesday night is actually a purchase to get in, and the rest of it, I'm pretty sure it's a free to walk through and to check out all the trees over at Sam Hill Warehouse, starting on Wednesday, or is it Thursday morning? I think it might be Thursday morning. We'll make sure you follow our page to make sure that you guys know the times and stuff. Unless Maria does have that, she could go ahead and actually put it on the page right there of the itinerary for the Jingle Mingle. And then we'll go ahead and repost that today. Or we reposted it yesterday for the itinerary for the Festival of Trees.
Hey, it's Chris and Larry from YouTube. Look at that.
What up, Chris and Larry?
Yeah.
That sounds like a great TV show, to be honest.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So Eric,
Anyway,
okay,
yes.
I want to address something because we are on a motivational Monday.
Okay.
And the funny thing about it is that Eric sent me something and says, "Hey, Martin, you better slow down your happiness." And I was like, "Never." And it was funny because after you actually sent that to me, Eric, in my actual news feed or in my video news feed in Facebook turned out to be like the coolest thing that's ever happened because what ended up happening was we ended up getting a bunch of positive videos, man.
All right. Well, hold on. I didn't tell you to stop being positive. I thought it was horrible that there's a negativity around people that are too positive. I love your positivity. So let's make sure we put that out there.
Okay, Eric, I'll take it back. But guys, you guys don't understand. I actually watched one, and you know what? I really want to share it with you guys. Do you mind, Eric? Because we want to go ahead and fight the power by actually making it happen. So I'm going to share this with you guys because I can. And the reason why is because it's actual really cool. Check this out.
We wanted to give you a big tip tonight. So,
you guys are joking.
we've got,
Please tell me you're joking. You don't understand. That's not even funny because me and my fiance were just in a really bad car accident and totaled our car. We're in a rental right now. I'm trying to do this to earn money.
really, dude, that's awful.
You're going to seriously make me cry and I don't cry.
I'm glad we could help you. It's $500 cash that we want
That's
to
our
tip
rent.
you. So
Like, you don't understand, our rent's due tomorrow and
it was meant to be, man. So here, this is for you.
I seriously, like, you don't understand. Is there anything I can do for you guys?
No, not at all. We just wanted to pay it forward. It's
Okay,
a random
I
act
swear
of
to God,
kindness.
I feel like I'm like,
So
these aren't the kinds of things that happen to people like me. And I feel like
no,
she's never gonna believe this when I freaking tell her.
I'm so glad that we could help you. And you know, these things happen for a reason.
You guys have seriously, like, I can't thank you enough. Do you mind if I give you a hug? I know the corona.
Oh no problem. We can do a social distancing hug.
A social distancing.
Yeah, that's funny. That is awesome. That is awesome. But yes. So keep pushing.
I swear. After that message, I went in and then ultimately I started seeing all these videos that were all positive, and I was like, that's amazing. And it didn't stop there. There's actually ones that I really, really want to do because I'm so inspired. But I know Eric didn't want me to stop it. He was just like, in jokingly manner. So I was like, that's kind of funny that the opposite ended up happening. I started seeing more positive videos. So
it's
I
crazy. We
we
certainly need some more positivity in the world. Speaking of, Prescott Times posted all of the details about the Festival of Trees in the chat there. And then we got Facebook user says 4 people watching. So, okay, it depends on what page you're watching on, is because it's just the people watching with you on that page. I think San Martin pushes this out to like 15 different pages in YouTube and things like that. And so if you want to chat with the other people and see what they're saying, you got to find a page with more viewers.
Yeah. 4 people watching. Woo woo. That's what I call about a winner, man. If I have one person watching, that means I'm a winner. If I don't even care if I have one person watching, no matter what, by the end of the day, it's going to be a pretty big day. Anyways,
speaking of helping people, Cecilia Jurgensen posted here that she loved the video, and I know she's hiring for people for her organization, and so check out her posts. And I got a couple emails about it this week, so that's lots of people, doing good things out there that are looking for good people too.
Yeah, one of the cool things about Prescott is that we do have a lot of elderly, and we have a lot of people that are coming in and to be like, hospice nurses, in-home care, and this one right here is a really cool one because they actually have one of the coolest leaders over there with Cecilia Jernigan, and she's like one of the biggest helpers ever. So I'm kind of happy that she's
and her org's Visiting Angels. Yeah, she's in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yep.
In your neighborhood?
In the business neighborhood. Her office is
right here, right next door. Yep, that's true.
Yeah.
She is raw here. She even came by to visit us, and I was just like trying to figure out when she's going to come back when I am here. When I'm here.
I'm back.
What happened?
I don't know. It hiccuped.
Somebody left. Somebody left or right. So, Eric, this week is a pretty big week, and you guys are going to see a lot of our videos, and we are actually going to be posting a lot more than usual. But at the same time, the only way that you find out about us is if you follow us on all of our social platforms, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and our website when it's actually running. If you guys don't know what that website is, it's actually theprescotttimes.com. And everything
You'll have that fixed in
behind
a
that
second.
is the Prescott Times in general, at the Prescott Times. Except if you're on Twitter, then it's Times Prescott. So don't ask me how
That's random.
It is what it is. It is what it is. But you guys don't understand. After our show, we're going to take a little bit of a break, and then we're going to have Stanley Pawchuk come on here talking about what kind of business he has going on and what he likes to do for the community. And with that being said, they like to go ahead and do a lot for the local community. And if you guys want to be a part of that little segment, we're going to go ahead and have it immediately after this one. After our credits are done, he'll be in here, and we'll just get started, and then we'll go ahead and end our day and then get started with all the extra posting that's going to be happening. And we do have an extensive amount of events coming to Prescott, and a lot of awesomeness coming out of Prescott. And also, if you want to see some of the new stories that are coming out on the Prescott Times, there's some really awesome ones. I would give you the heads up of what it is, but we'll see what happens. Michelle,
So
bring on Stan the man.
All right, so I'm loving it. I can see all kinds of people commenting about how great the weather is. So it has been a while since you've done a giveaway. Are you up for a giveaway today before we close out?
Negative. We're going to go ahead and give a giveaway tomorrow because once again, I have to get over there to Spicy Streets, and Spicy Streets has a whole bunch, and I want to make sure they're in my hand before I start.
Okay, because tomorrow's Taco Tuesday. You can't wait too long.
I know. So today, after I get out of here, I'm gonna get a hold of the owners of Spicy Streets and say, "Hey, bro, I need to come by and get me the gift card so we can give them away because everybody's begging for this. Everybody wants it. Give it to me," they said, and I'm going to go ahead and bring that to them for sure. So, guys, we are going to have a small little break. You guys are going to see the partners that are helping keeping this stuff alive. You are also going to see a new partner on the Prescott Times, which is Stanley Pawchuk of the USA Realtor and Property Management segment. And we want to go ahead and help out our local businesses. So if you guys want to be a part of that, stay tuned because we are going to check it out. And with that being said, peace, love, and happiness. Let it not be war. And remember, love always, always wins. Check this out. No worries. I think you might know where we're at. Yeah. We'll get let's have Stanley sit in the middle, and then you sit on the far left. We'll get you guys right locked in.
Okay. I didn't realize I was in the hot seat. I figured I was just
All right, guys. I am so happy to be back and ready to rock the next segment because this is kind of crazy. At first, we'd like to go ahead and bring people on in the morning show, but now what we're doing is bringing the customers or the guests on afterwards, and this is how we're working it today. And today, without further ado, tell everybody who you are and what makes you famous.
Well, my name is Stanley Pawchuk. I don't know that I'm famous, but I'm in real estate. I started back in 1967, and I didn't really know anything about real estate. So I asked my broker, how do I do this? And he goes over to the corner, picks up a phone book, throws it in front of me, and I'm looking at it, and I say, yeah. He says, yeah, start calling people. Well, the next thing I asked a stupider question, where do I start? You know, that phone book was a half an inch thick back then. There's a lot of names there. He says, Stanley, I suggest you start on page 1, letter A. Keep calling till you find somebody who wants to buy or sell a house. I start to laugh. Is that all I got to do to be successful in real estate? He says, yep, and goes to walk away. Then he turns around, comes back. He says, no, one more thing. You got to hand out, 10 or 12 business cards every day to 10 or 12 different people.
That works out.
For me, that was very easy because prior to that, I used to sell toilet bowl cleaners.
That's
door
so
to door.
That is so funny. Okay, so the thing that I like to go ahead and educate the people, tell everybody how and when did you start in Prescott Valley?
Prescott Valley was, I was working in real estate in Scottsdale. We developed Prescott Ridge. It's a 2,400 acre parcel, gated community, and we started that in 1995. When I say we, I had 2 partners. I didn't do it alone. But my job for the partnership was marketing. So they put a salesman's hat on me, shipped me up here and said, don't come home till you're sold out. I was a little slow. It took about 2 or 3 years. And in that time period, I decided I'm not going home. I'm going to stay in Prescott.
You're like, yeah, I found me a new home.
Yes.
And sorry about this, but tell everybody who you are and what you do for Stan the Man.
My
Somebody says, bring on Stan the Man.
Stan the Man. I'm Stanley's assistant. I help him with everything, contracts, sales, office work.
That works out. I mean,
Yeah.
okay, so the thing is that when you guys get on the scene, I mean, we're dealing with like thousands upon thousands of real estate agencies. I've been telling everybody and pumping you up and saying, hey, this is kind of what we like to do is we like to bring to you people that you probably might not know about. Stan, what makes you stand out more than any other real estate company in the area?
I'm not sure that I do stand out more. I'm just more determined to help people achieve the all-American dream through ownership. You see, there's a lot of people out there that are renters. They don't know anything about ownership, and that's our job, and that's what we do, is teach them the benefits of home ownership.
What is your favorite part about doing that?
Well, the favorite part is we also donate money to veterans. I've been donating money to veterans, started back, I guess it started with my mother. We were living on a farm and in the 40s, what was that, World War II? And she was sending presents to the soldiers at war. She didn't have any wrapping paper because we were poor, but she had old rags and she'd wrap the thing up and sew it together with a needle and thread and send it off. And that's where I got the idea that that's a good thing. They really appreciated it. And particularly when I was in Arizona, I was approached by a couple veterans asking me if I would donate money to homeless veterans. And I said, what? Homeless? I didn't know there were people, Anyway, make a long story short, that's when we started. We've been donating money ever since. When we moved to Prescott, I ran into a home inspector. His name was Chuck Abraham, and his goal was to build a VFW post, but he didn't have any money. So somehow he figured out, and before Prescott Valley was ever started, it was a ranch owned by the Fain family. They gave him the land to build the building on. Thank you, Fains. And then he went out and got donations, and he built the building totally enclosed, finished outside, doors, windows, locks on the building, nothing inside. And he's in my office one Friday afternoon, and the next morning at 7:00 Saturday morning, he has a heart attack, goes into emergency and never comes out.
Oh,
He
man.
never finishes the product. So somehow they went and got a bank loan and finished the place, opened up for business, but I don't think they knew how to run a barn, a restaurant, and a meeting room and stuff like that. So they were having trouble making payments on the loan. So I made a decision, a commitment to myself, to take one person there for lunch per week, 52 in the next year, and just kind of explain to them that the place is open to the public. You don't have to be a veteran to go and have lunch there. So I'm taking a banker from Country Bank. Tim Naylor was his name. And while we're having lunch, he says, I don't know if I should tell you this, Stanley, or not, but we made the loan to them and they're having trouble making payments. And so I have an agent. His name is Spencer Collette. Spencer is kind of a know-it-all guy, and he says, well, let's put on a fundraising dinner. I says, yeah. He says, yeah, let's put on a fundraising dinner, spaghetti and meatballs. And so we got about 100 couples. No, 100. Anyway, we packed the place full with people. They paid $25 as a donation. He went and got all the spaghetti and meatballs donated by Safeway or whoever, I don't remember now. And then he come up with an idea. Let's call all these people and ask them to bring a donation, a pie or a cake or something, and we'll hold an auction. So people brought a whole bunch of pies and cakes, and it started out with a few drinks before meatballs and spaghetti, and then they ate. And the last agenda on the item was the auction. He was auctioning off pies and cakes for $40, $50 a piece. We raised a lot of money.
That's amazing.
We raised enough money that night for 12 mortgage payments.
That's huge. So, I mean, one of the things is that we got a little bit of your past. Now tell everybody what your plans are for the near future and abroad. What are you wanting to see happen in our local community?
Well, first of all, I'm not going to retire. I think continuing to work is good for my little pea brain, keeps me active. And so getting back to the community is just raising more money to help support veterans in need.
Yes, that's a huge task. Not to mention that we do have one of the biggest population of veterans. And just this past week, we had Veterans Day. So I don't know what we ended up doing as far as a collective, but we did honor them. And also the town of Prescott and the city of Prescott decided to go ahead and honor them with the parade. Did you go down there and check that out?
Oh, yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. It was a big deal for our area, and we do really appreciate that. So tell everybody how to get hold of you guys and where they can go ahead and contact you.
Well, our office is at Prescott Valley on Robert Road. The address is 3661 North Robert Road. Our phone number is 928-775-0400.
That is amazing. And this is our little insert of getting to know your local businesses. And above all, one of the real estate company that we partner up with, and we want to share them with you, because ultimately with a man like this that's willing to go ahead and put his service in to Prescott after he was only supposed to be here for a certain amount of time, we know that he's definitely invested into our community. And I really do appreciate you and everything that you do for our community. Is there anything coming up with your guys' company that anybody should know about, such as I think you guys just joined the Chamber of Commerce?
Yeah, well, we have been members of the Chamber of Commerce years before, and I sold this company in 2004, and who I sold it to kind of destroyed the company, and I took it back in 2007 and rebuilt it from there. But what we plan on doing, besides donating to veterans, is teaching homeowners how to become millionaires. Well, let's start with renters, showing them the benefits of home ownership, then showing them how by prepaying their mortgage, they can get rid of it in half the time. There's 3 different plans out there. One is biweekly. If you followed a biweekly plan, paying off a 30-year mortgage, that would happen in 22 years approximately. The other one is if you prepay next month's principal reduction with this month's payment, and you continue to do that for 15 years, it zeroes out. I have another plan that I personally created by myself, showing people how to get out of debt by paying off their credit cards, by paying off their car loans, and then using those payments that they were paying on those credit cards and car loans, adding it to their house payment, could actually pay off the home loan in less than 10 years.
Yay. Okay, so before we indulge all of this information, we want you to get to know Stanley. So make sure you go and follow their Facebook page, and also get a hold of them and get educated. And once again, the phone number is
928-775-0400.
all right. And with that being said, we are done with that morning show. And what we want to go ahead and do is tell you this: peace, love, and happiness. Let it not be war. And remember, love always wins. See you guys tomorrow.